So earlier in the show, we were in the DelmarvaLife kitchen preparing pooch-friendly provisions for our loving pets, but now it is time for us to dig in on some delicious grub.
And that's why we invited award-winning chef Steve Monz from Big 1077 to show us how to make a few snacks for the big game on Sunday. And
Yes.
I see you are all dressed for, well, you're not dressed for the occasion because they are not in the Super Bowl.
No, but this guy's the MVP.
That's
There you go.
right.
Now you're
That's
cooking.
right.
Now you're cooking.
So I
Yeah.
figured in honor of that, I would wear Ravens jersey
Okay,
today.
all right.
So.
So what are we making?
All right, we're going to make two simple dishes for you for the big game. Because everybody loves to eat. It's actually the second biggest eating day next to Thanksgiving.
Wow.
You didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
So what we're going to do is, I know a lot of people like chicken wings, but they don't like the mess, or you're trying to eat them and you got to eat like 80 of them to get full. We make the buffalo chicken dip, which is the same thing minus the bones.
Nice.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, there's two ways to do this, and the recipe will be up on the website. I use a crock pot, because what I'll do is I'll put all the ingredients in there, and it goes for like 3 hours before the game, and then once game time comes, it's ready to go. But if you don't have that, you can also make it on the stove, which we're going to show you pretty much how to do that here with very simple ingredients.
Okay.
So if you'd be my assistant, the first thing that goes in is a 8-ounce block of cream cheese,
Oh, okay.
which I've already sort of opened for you there.
Thank you.
The cream cheese is really the main ingredient.
Yeah.
You would think that it would be something else, but you'll see what we put in there. It's different proportions, and again, all this will be on the website. So we put in one 8-ounce block of cream cheese, and then you're going to add in the chicken.
Okay.
Which, now, you know me, I'm all about convenience.
Yep.
The canned chicken is the easiest way to go.
Why not?
You want to make sure you drain it, and then make sure you dump it all in there. Now, you can use fresh chicken.
Not the can.
Right. That might make it a little chunky. But what's great about this is this chicken actually will break down a little bit, so it actually mixes in really nicely with all the cheeses.
Okay.
So next up, you're going to add in our cheese, which is 1 cup of cheddar cheese. You can actually use different types of cheese, but this one melts the best and mixes the best. Next up, 2 more ingredients, and then you're done. We take a 1/2 cup of the hot sauce.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a whole
Or now you can do this to taste. If you like it really hot, you
make
can
it a full
go
cup.
hotter. You
Yeah.
full cup.
Okay,
Or
there you go. Now we're talking.
There you go.
Now
Dump
we're
it right
talking.
in there.
Yeah, buddy.
And then what goes with chicken wings is ranch,
Ranch.
which is usually you'll dip your wings in there, but we're going to put it right in, another 1/2 cup.
Oh, another whole half cup.
So it's
Okay.
equal proportions, but again, you can adjust this depending on what your heat
what you
level
like.
is,
Yeah.
and whatever you like.
All right.
And so what you want to do is you can heat this up on medium heat on your stove. Constantly stir it, because if you don't, the cheese will burn, and it'll make the house smell what you don't want it to smell like.
So while Lisa's doing that, you've got some here.
Yes, we made this in the crock pot this morning, actually.
Okay.
If you want to open that up, you can dish a little bit out, and you'll see what the finished product
how this
looks like.
works out, yeah.
Now, you can serve this with any kind of chips you want. Some people do it with tortilla chips. I like the Ritz cracker, the traditional Ritz cracker.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you can use anything, really, anything that's
Sure.
got some thickness to it so that you can actually
What about
scoop it
even
out.
celery if you want to be healthy?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Celery goes perfectly with wings. They usually come with your order. Or you can any kind of vegetable, really. So.
Or you could just go with the crackers and not be healthy.
Right, right.
Well, I mean, is the celery going to make that much difference with what we're making
All the
here?
cheese?
It's the second biggest eating day of the year.
That's
so,
yes, you're right.
You know.
You're right. Okay.
This is a fan favorite in our house. I almost feel like I make it every weekend during the season,
Yeah.
but especially during the Super Bowl.
All right. Here
cracker, yeah.
goes.
I'm gonna turn it down a
Moment
little
of-
bit so we don't.
Moment of truth.
You know what? You probably said, but how long do you leave it on the stove?
On the stove, basically you kind of have to eyeball it. It usually takes about 5 or 10 minutes, depending on the amount of heat you use. And just make sure you keep stirring it, because if you
Yeah.
don't stir it, if you go away and come back, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
But the crock pot's the best way to go. I put it in there, and maybe every 20 minutes I'll come and I'll stir it. And before you know it, it's done. And the crock pot's great too, because you can turn it down to warm, and it'll last for the entire game.
What else would you
love
like to tell us while we continue eating?
He just wants you to keep talking, but Steve is showing us another great dish when we return. So stick around. We'll be right back.
If you thought the buffalo chicken dip looked like the perfect thing to serve on Sunday, well, it is, but we've got more. Big 1077 Steve Monz is back with us in the DelmarvaLife kitchen with another easy and tasty recipe.
I can't stop eating this, by the way.
It is addictive.
It's very
really is.
addictive.
So what else addictive do you have? You got tater tots here.
Yes, well, what we have is what's called the skinless potato skins. Now, you're saying that's ridiculous. How can you have skinless potato
That's
skins?
ridiculous. How
right?
can you have skinless potatoes?
Well, normally you'd take a potato and you'd bake it, and then you'd hollow it out, and
Right.
then you'd stuff it with everything. But with this, what we're going to do is we've taken tater tots,
Okay.
and I've already put them in the oven, 400 degrees for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Very simple, and again, the recipe will be on the website. Now, when they come out, they're kind of mushy, but they're not completely cooked yet. But you have a task. Your job, without burning yourself on the pan,
Okay.
is to take this handy item, because I haven't found an item yet that really works any better than this.
So that's the perfect potato musher.
It is, because it fits right into the muffin pan, and you mush it to make a cup,
Oh, I see. Okay.
like so.
All
and
right.
then that's going to hold a lot of our goodies in there.
Okay. All right.
So you
Start
don't have
mushing,
to
right?
mush as many of them as you can get there, and then
Okay.
Lisa, you're going to stuff them.
Oh,
And
okay.
again, this recipe is open to a lot of what you like. Okay,
Sure.
but this will be traditional, really, potato skin. We're going to put in the cheddar cheese,
Okay.
which will go in there once we get the cups made.
I mean, like that much or maybe more? Or
It's again, it's to taste as much as
Okay.
you like. I usually that's about what I put in
is
there.
that about what you put in there?
Because you can never have too much cheese. I think we've said that already.
Yes, we have, and it still holds true.
It still holds true.
Okay.
Then the next ingredient you want to put in is bacon bits, or these are bacon pieces, which you can actually buy in a bag in the store. It's in the salad department.
What's the difference between bacon bits and
Bits
bacon
and pieces.
pieces?
Bacon pieces are kind of moist. Bacon bits, you'll see, are kind of crunchy and hard and dry.
Oh, okay. That
Now,
makes sense.
ideally, you can make your own bacon, and you can actually break it up and crumble it up and put it in there if you've got the time. But again, I talk about convenience all the time.
There you go.
Sure.
Why do all that work when it's in a bag?
Okay. I got half of these.
That's perfect.
Is it okay for now?
That's perfect.
All right. I'll
So
finish them
then,
up later, I promise.
the bacon goes on there,
Okay.
and anything else you want to put in there. These go back into the oven for another 10 minutes at 400.
Okay.
400.
So-
Which we have some that are already done, right?
Yes. And so after that 10 minutes, you'll bring them out, take them out of the muffin pan, and they look like that, which look fantastic.
Oh, they do.
Now, you can eat those just like that,
Yeah.
or you can garnish them. Some people like to put a dollop of sour cream on there.
I believe the line you were searching for was, but wait, there's more.
And then again, based on your taste, you can put some green onions on there. Sprinkle them on top. Some people put jalapenos on there if you want a little bit more of a kick.
I know
But
you'd like
it's
that, Jimmy.
All in what you, and this is the beautiful thing about this, is you can make it your own. You can add in crab meat if you want. You could do whatever you want to make it uniquely yours. But this is the basic where you start from, and then you can kind of go from there.
It's kind of like a loaded baked potato,
It really is, minus the skin.
minus the skin.
And it's easy. It's quick.
And it's quick, and again, yeah, it takes 20 minutes, 10 minutes each time in the oven.
Make sure you sit next to someone that you know you can take them from them if you want.
And they're very handy. I like it because you can walk around and eat it. Maybe if you drop some pieces, Fergus can come clean it up. But
He's waiting. He's over there waiting for us to drop something.
and so
There
it's a
we go.
simple dish. It actually looks really fancy.
It
and
does
you can
look
impress
really-
your
it
friends.
really
and
does.
It doesn't take that long. And
All right.
so the final, oh, we put the whole thing. That was impressive.
That is delicious. You know why he did that? So he doesn't have to talk anymore.
Smart man.
This is great. Thank you so much. Steve.
What he said.
Yeah, what he said. Yeah, exactly. And go Ravens.
That's right. And you guys rooting for anybody in the game?
Yeah.
Ravens?
Yeah, the Ravens. I'm
Oh.
rooting for the Ravens. I don't know. I don't know. I'm rooting for the commercials. How's that?
There we go.
right.
That works.
Stay around. DelmarvaLife will be right back.